Hello traders, John at StockBookie.com. Today we're looking at Apple and Tesla on the daily, weekly time frames using technical analysis here at StockBookie.com. If you like these videos, go to my website, sign up, or click down here in the bottom right hand corner and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And guys, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like the video, and hopefully you guys are having a great Labor Day weekend. All right, Apple daily, 27 cents down, 59 cents down after hours on Friday. 21 million shares traded, 0.13% red on the day. So bullish stance, guys, above the MAs, the 20, the 50, the 150, and the 200. That is a bullish stance, all right? We did get back above this major trend line here. We've had in a long time, following mostly on the weekly time frame. Because every time it gets above on the daily, it looks like it's breaking out. 3 days later, 4 days later, it's breaking down. Same thing here. We go straight up, right back into where, guys? 214, 215 area. Can't hold, right back down. This time we closed again above this trend line, above the moving averages. So let's see what we get next week. But from this short-term retrace on the fib, from this high to that low, we're back into the 618 retrace. If we take it from the last low, I'm just going to go way back here, guys, to this low point here. We're barely above the 750, which is okay, all right? If it comes right back down, then it's something to think about. For me, I have no position in Apple because it's really not giving us anything, guys. It's trading with the overall market, meaning SPY moves up, this moves up. SPY moves down, this moves down. Bottom line, it's a market trade, so watch for that. So let's see, above that. Let's see what we get on Tuesday with Apple, guys. But right now, it's not looking bad. We're still stuck inside these bars. First big level will be about the 212.07, 212.10-ish area. If you get above that, then the next shot will be about 215. Get above that, then you're thinking 222 and double top here around 221.36, all right? If it starts to fall, then we'll talk about that. Because right now, down sideways, I think this thing's setting up for some more price action to the downside. All right, again, it's going to be a market trade, so it's really got to time it with the overall market. But this one, you know, same thing. Gapped it up. What'd they do here on earnings, guys? Gapped it up, crapped it out. Came right back into earnings, gapped it up, crapped it out. This is a leader, Apple. Should be leading. Should be at all-time highs, breaking through, going up like no tomorrow. Chinese tariffs went on today or at midnight. You know, they didn't talk about it Wednesday, Thursday, Friday because they needed the markets up before the Labor Day weekend. Get everybody buying those big cars, guys. Gotta get the his and hers Escalades. Don't get one, get two. Get a white one and a black one. We look so cool, guys, with double Escalades. Until you can't afford them and then take them away. Then you end up with a Chevy. the Chevy Tahoe. So, all right, this is your line in the sand, guys. If you are bullish, if that starts to break, you better step aside. All right, and we're okay. We're hanging up here, still far away. But in one day, guys, this thing can click, go right down, or it clicks and goes right back up, and we're right into here. This is a leader. It has to start leading. If it keeps lagging, guys, markets are going to be in some trouble. In my opinion, of course. Weekly time frame, Apple, not bad. Above the MAs, nice little retrace, same area so as the daily. You got to get back above 210, 212, 215. Remember, down, sideways. And we got a nice little tail here too on the weekly chart, telling me that there could be possible lower prices to come. All right, still in a good bullish stance though, still above the MAs, still right at that big trend line too. So that's something to watch for. Weekly looks a little different from the daily. We'll pull it out a little bit further though. All right, we're there. Remember, we couldn't get above it. Finally did. Came right back down. Finally did, and we closed above. But down, sideways, still a little bit bearish. I'm a bear, guys. That's it. I mean, I'll go long or short. I don't care. Apple, I do not have the position, like I said, so I could care less either way. If it does go down lower, I'll be buying the dip. If it goes higher, I'll be shorting the rip. Bottom line, all right? So be careful with these positions. Keep them light. For news is driving most of these markets every other day. Trump tweets, China's fix, we rally. Trump tweets, F China, we're putting tariffs on, we're bombing. You know, so that's what we're trading with at this point. So keep the positions light. We could wake up to a huge gap up on Tuesday, or we wake up to a huge gap down on Tuesday. So Something to think about when trading in these markets, guys. Don't be a hero. Don't load the boat. Just trade accordingly. All right, Tesla daily chart. This one just can't get going, guys. And we were a little bit up on Friday, but we were 390 up on Friday, a little bit up after hours. 9.3 million shares traded, 1.76% green on the day. But still, we went up into this 260 area. We talked about that. We talked about it since it was coming down. So when this thing comes down, you're going to have a great area around 255, 256, 257. And look at that. We hit it. We had a nice bounce up. Came right back in, chopped around, busted through, and this was the best one here. Then they retrace it back up to that line and they dump it out. Where'd it goes, guys? 180. We've been saying that since back here, since 350. 180 is the price. Everyone laughed and we pretty much went right there. And why? Well, we'll get to the weekly on that. SPY bounces on June 1st. Guess what, guys? Everything goes up. Tesla's earnings goes back down. Now we're chopping around in these moving averages, all right? 200, 150, 50, 20. That's a downtrend. This right here was bucking the downtrend right here, all right? But now it came right back in place. It's been in place for a little while, too, so it's something to look at, guys. We're still down. We're still sideways. We're still chopping around, really popping up on news. One day it's, I think, VW buying them. The next day, oh, no, they're not. Next thing you know, production numbers are up. Oh, no, not really. Elon's tweeting, SpaceX, this, anything. And he can't really do too much anymore on Twitter. And it's kind of funny because he'd be going, you can't short my stock. I'm going to rip your head off. Stuff like that. So it's something to keep in mind. I don't know how far he can go anymore with that. They're going to shut his mouth up. Just like Trump, though. They're going to shut him up, too, eventually as well. Or they'll try something. All right, guys, weekly, Tesla, still below the MAs, still in a weak stance. High pivot down sideways in a channel now. Now, if you can't get above this channel, let's go with 259 to 267-ish area, the top here. I think we're just going to chop. If it continues to go down sideways in this chopping manner, most likely this thing's setting up for lower prices, all right? SPY gives it up, goes down, we will be at 180 again. SPY starts to catch a bid and move higher, we will possibly be at 265 again, 267, all right? I have no position in this one either, so I could care less either way. If it does go lower, I'll be buying the dip. If it does go higher, I'll be shorting the rip. And gosh, this was a great trade right here, guys. We're right back down. 265, 267, that's your line. Bulls, you got to start moving up. Bears, this is exactly what you want to see. Just chopping around, hitting up, coming down, hitting up, coming down. Eventually it will break down. All right, that's just how it works, guys. Unless more news comes out. I mean, oh, we hit our production numbers. I'm working out of my garage now. You know, hashtag Elon 420, you know. So, but right now, not much to do on this one. Nice 80-point move, and we talk about that all the time. Guys, 80, 50-point moves up and down. I don't care if you're long or short. This is not a stock you hold on to. Everyone's like, well, this is a long-term stock. Guys, price is at 225. Price was at 225 here, 225, 225. You're back to basically 2014 prices. You know, down here too, 192. And bulls argue that, well, it's a long-term hold. Well, you've been holding since 2014, guys. It's gone nowhere. And why? If you were down here at 119 and you weren't selling up in this range sometime, you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chances to sell at 370 or higher. And now it's like, well, you know, my average price is, let's see, 165. It's like, yeah, sure it is. No, it's more like 365 because you've been buying up here. Every time he moves up, you chase it. So right now, guys, anything's possible with Tesla. If they could pump more news out, then possibly higher prices. It could be bad news, then possibly lower prices. You have a big area around 200 to watch for. If that goes, then you're looking at this double bottom at 170, 177, 178-ish area. And that's just coming off this. There was a gap fill here too as well, around 181. And that's why, you know, big gap fill, big pivot. This was the M3. This M3 move should have never have happened. We should have just chopped around, see how it worked out. Nope. Says pops up. All the bulls hold on. Comes right back down, and all the bulls are like, yeah, but it's long term. Yeah, but I'm back to break even. So if you would have bought at 200, sold at 375, you would have gained $175 on this trade to buy back here. Why? You know, I have this debate all the time with the bulls on StockTwits. Pretty incredible. For me, I took my 50-point swings 22 times and made money. I could probably just buy here and my average price would be 0 because I bought it so many times. And shorted. Long and short, guys. Don't care. So, at the end of the day, we're still back below all the MAs. Still a little bit weak. This little red candle leading to lower prices, like always. And we'll see what we get. They're holding it up as much as they can. And then they'll probably hold it up all the way into earnings again. So, all right, guys, be careful in these markets. Telling my members, small or just watch. We could wake up on Monday, or I should say Tuesday, to a complete disaster, or we wake up to a Mexico-China trade deal. Everything's fixed. Holy cow, they're bringing troops down. The world is saved. So that's how it's kind of working right now. There's a hurricane coming towards Florida. That can affect some things here and there. Possibly oil prices. They'll, the rigs are down, some crap like that. So watch for that as well. But overall, markets are okay. Chopping around at highs. Moving on news. Don't do anything crazy. Just let this market settle in and let's see what we get. And I'm sure there's going to be, jobs report too. Gosh, can't forget about that as well. So, all right, guys, thanks again for watching. I really do appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video. God bless. See you on the charts.